Hello, Namibia. This is your friend, Dr. Haruna Goro. Some of you may be familiar with me speaking about COVID-19 during the pandemic. I know it was very tough. It shouldn't have happened in the first place. We heard that it came from Wuhan, but a lot of people died. Millions died around the world. WHO and whosoever the others, big farmers and the rest, found out that their plans have been messed up. They wanted millions to die and they didn't succeed in doing that. So they brought the vaccine and made it mandatory. Now people are discovering that there are adverse effects because they never gave time to test it because there was a hidden agenda. A lot of people have lost their lives. And then they realized that, okay, this is not working. So what did they do? WHO, the same unelected organization, suddenly they want to usurp authority from the nations. They want the sovereignty of nations to be laid aside. Then they will become the sole organization that will decide when there is a health emergency. So they came up with the idea of a pandemic treaty that must be signed by all nations. Somebody just told me that our nation signed the treaty without coming and letting the nation know what is this thing about. And I understand the new Minister of Health has signed it. And if I'm wrong, please correct me. But that's the news I heard that it's been signed. Parliament has not discussed it. And now Namibia has signed off her sovereignty to whatever WHO says. While nations are reassessing and they're just reflecting on what COVID did to their people, the economy, till now people haven't fully recovered. What was the hurry about? Namibia has bigger problems than the minister coming to sign a treaty. Please, if this is so, it needs to be cancelled with immediate effect. If you're doubting me, I want you to watch a documentary or a video that was done by some people.
Were you happy with the world's response to COVID-19? If you were and if you were not, pay attention, because the World Health Organization, the WHO, is now preparing a pandemic treaty.
An international treaty.
The pandemic treaty.
To have some kind of global pandemic treaty.
The World Health Organization pandemic treaty.
What is this? The pandemic treaty aims to create a singular approach to how the world deals with pandemics, which means the world must do what the WHO says in a pandemic.
The proposal is that through the proposed treaty, the WHO will be able to police its powers to motivate a country into doing what its officials believe is necessary.
The WHO will override your government in the face of a pandemic.
To provide the framework for a more coherent and coordinated response to future epidemics.
Why is the pandemic treaty potentially dangerous? It is being created by the WHO, which happens to be an unelected body funded by wealthy nations as well as wealthy private organizations.
The second largest donor after Germany is the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation.
Which means the WHO could potentially put profits over people. The treaty proposes a One Health approach,
global governance,
meaning a single way to beating a pandemic. However, there is no one-size-fits-all approach to deal with a pandemic. Each country and culture is different, and a pandemic response should be flexible to reflect this. The WHO will decide what is information and what is disinformation. This is dangerous because, as we saw, the WHO caused the censoring of the lab leak theory, which now holds the most plausibility.
Have traced a new deadly virus back to this seafood market in the city of Wuhan.
This morning, a World Health Organization scientist says samples taken from a wet market in Wuhan, China, show it likely played a role in the development of coronavirus.
As a result, valuable time was lost, along with any chances for a thorough investigation.
There was a premature push to reduce one of the options, like the lab theory. And lab accidents happen, it's common.
The WHO was late in declaring the COVID-19 outbreak an emergency. They also initially informed the world that the virus was not airborne. These two grave errors no doubt helped increase the spread of the virus.
We never could have imagined 1 million Americans now dead from COVID.
53,000 deaths have been recorded in Africa.
The WHO downplayed the effectiveness of natural immunity and instead pushed the message that the vaccine was the only answer. This tune has now changed.
Well, no, if she got the flu for 14 days, she's as protected as anybody can be, because the best vaccination is to get infected yourself. Because it's the most potent vaccination is getting infected yourself.
Such an organization with clear biases and obvious blunders should not be given a form of global control. This treaty is also dangerous because anyone who believes strongly in anything that the WHO disagrees with will be censored or worse. This should concern you. What are the next steps? The pandemic treaty is still being formulated and negotiated. If it is passed in 2024, your democratic rights are under threat. Don't allow your country to sign the pandemic treaty unless it's put to a public referendum. Doing nothing is not an option. You deserve to be consulted about your own health and liberties. What can I do about it, you ask?
Starting public awareness and starting public debate on an international stage. Many people slept in the past, but if the same people would understand what is coming to them in the future, they would have an informed dissent. They would be horrified and would certainly not agree into this permanent power structure of WHO. So let's continue by informing our fellow citizens.
Please share with everyone you know in Southern Africa. Call or email your health minister and let them know you do not support the treaty.
You just watch it for yourself. What do you have to say? Call it another conspiracy theory. That's up to you. One day you will remember I alerted the nation concerning the Minister of Health signing this so-called pandemic treaty, that we have not been well informed on what it means. Because one day they can just cook up anything and Namibia will find herself neck deep because our Minister of Health has signed. Namibians, I don't know what you think about it, but maybe you didn't even know. Now you've just seen it in this video. It's even more than what you've just seen. There are sinister, evil plans that have been concocted. And sometimes they use our own people. Some of them are given money or they have been promised certain things. Then they force it. They didn't succeed with same-sex marriage, didn't succeed with rampant abortion. Now what are they doing? They are trying to use this so-called pandemic treaty so that we can surrender our rights. Africa, we are tired of being slaves in our own continent. Well, I just needed to say this to you. Please leave me a comment, share this video with as many people as you can. I need to know your take on this issue. If you don't know, then let's discuss as a nation. The fact that you don't know anything is a sign that we are dealing with a time bomb without realizing. Thank you everyone for watching. Go ahead and share it with as many people as you can. Once again, this is your friend and brother, Dr. Haruna Goro, always thinking about the welfare of the nation, the welfare of Africa. Long live Namibia, long live Africa. May God bless you, Dr. Haruna Goro. Bye-bye.